Hey, welcome back to the American Dream. I'm your host, James Nastis, and today we're going to continue our tour of DC's iconic neighborhoods by stepping into one of the most coveted and historically rich neighborhoods in the entire city. It's a place where Victorian charm meets modern energy, a true weaving together of the past and present. So join me as we dive into Logan Circle. The story of Logan Circle begins in the late 19th century following the Civil War. Originally known as Iowa Circle, it was later renamed for this guy, Civil War General John Logan, who later became a senator from the state of Illinois. It was developed as a residential enclave for the city's elite, businessmen, politicians, lawyers, who all built homes on a grand scale around the circle here and on the tree-lined streets that crisscross the neighborhood. The results of this redevelopment were astonishing and can be found in every single corner of this neighborhood. But nowhere are they more evident than here, at the confluence of Vermont and Rhode Island Avenues and 13th and P Streets, Logan Circle itself. The homes that surround the circle form a nearly unbroken facade of Victorian, Second Empire Baroque, and Richardsonian Romanesque row homes that were all built between 1875 and 1900. It's the only circle in a city known for its circles that still retains its original architecture. At the heart of it all, just as he has for the past 124 years, General and U.S. Senator John Logan presides over it all. Logan Circle has always been home to famous and influential people. General Ulysses S. Grant, he lived at number 1 Logan Circle. And General John Logan, the guy on the horse back there, he lived at number 4. But in the early 20th century, the neighborhood saw a shift. It became much more diverse. But with that diversity came a cultural vibrancy, a renaissance, if you will. Luminaries, such as the famous educator and civil rights leader Mary McLeod Bethune, the famous poet Paul Dunbar, and perhaps the most famous name of them all, Duke Ellington, all were born and or lived within a half a mile of where we're standing right now. But this renaissance was cut short. The challenges of segregation and urban decay led to a major decline in this neighborhood and most of the city in the mid part of the 20th century. The ornate Victorian row homes that came to define the neighborhood were being divided into apartments and rooming houses, and most of them fell into disrepair. And then came April of 1968. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated, and cities across the U.S. erupted into flames. And while Logan Circle was largely spared, the neighborhoods surrounding it were decimated. Immediately to the north, Columbia Heights lay in ruins, and to the east and south, rioters had laid waste to the Shaw and Mount Vernon Triangle neighborhoods. And to the west, neighborhoods like DuPont and Adams Morgan simply turned their backs. This effectively isolated Logan Circle and led to years of neglect and decay. It wasn't until the early 2000s when the city and businesses said, you know what, enough is enough, and they turned their sights onto Logan Circle for redevelopment. Today, Logan Circle is one of the most desirable neighborhoods in the entire city. Residents and visitors alike flock here for the shops, cafes, and restaurants along 14th Street, for the quiet tree-lined streets, and for the impossible charm of the Victorian row homes. And for me, it's this marriage of the past and the present that make this neighborhood so special. It's pretty clear that Logan Circle is a very special and cool neighborhood. But for me, it's not necessarily about the buzz of 14th Street or the circle itself, it's about this. This is Corcoran Street, and you'll find streets like it throughout the neighborhood, lined with gorgeous Victorian row homes and shaded by trees as old as they are. And today, we've been lucky enough to be invited inside for a tour of one of them. This is 1447 Corcoran. Let's go check it out. This beautifully renovated 2-bedroom, 2.5-bath home spans over 2,000 square feet, offering modern amenities while retaining much of its historic charm. It's a perfect example of the sophisticated urban living that Logan Circle offers. From the open concept living space to the luxurious finishes, this home is designed for both comfort and style. It's easy to see why Logan Circle is such a sought-after neighborhood. And that is Logan Circle. I hope you enjoyed our tour today. With the American Dream, I'm James Nastis, and I will see you next time.